So you're welcome back to African Colonization TV and Biafran History. Here we'll give you everything going up and around the world, Nigeria, and in Biafra land. In fact, let's look into the headline that says the coming of Biafra will shock the whole world as Tinubu being the last president of Nigeria. Prophecy. In fact, this man is a man of God. He has come out and he has said what Maznam Kano have been saying, that this issue of one Nigeria cannot work. And Tinubu is going to be the last president of Nigeria. The coming of Biafra will shock the world. In fact, don't skip any part of it. Make sure you hear it and hear everything he said, because he said a lot of things, and he said a lot of things in this video concerning this man of God. Some of you may know him, while some may not know him. Most of the thing he used to say used to come true. Most of them used to come true. That is why I see and I find out that I go and I search some of what he's doing. I say that most of it is authentic. That is why I say let me bring this one here, so that let all of us share the whole brief and the whole thing that is going on. The issue concerning Nigeria and the issue concerning Biafra is getting hits and hits every day. No day you wake up, you will not see one news or the other online that is referring to the breakup of Nigeria. And this is also the issue of Tinubu and Biafra, and also the rise of Mazam Dekano. In fact, don't skip any part of it. I was about to watch, like, subscribe, and make sure you share it for everyone to see things going on in Biafra land.
I am seeing a surprise to the world. And I look at this surprise, I begin to ask myself, what's this surprise? The people of Biafra are going to surprise the world. The people of Biafra are going to surprise the world. And the world will ask question, who are these people? We are seeing these people as a great nation, because people of Biafra are going to surprise the world, because there's going to be what's called an invention of what has never been seen before on the planet Earth that is about to surface. Remember, major prophet of God, I am so much interested in seeing things that are in the spirit realm. And when I see things that are in the spirit realm, I do everything possible to go to the realms of the spirit and bring it the way the Lord has shown to me. The people of Biafra are going to surprise the world. They will surprise Nigeria. They will surprise America. They will surprise Russia. They will surprise Europe. They will surprise all the world powers. And what powers will make findings. And when they make findings, they will discover what's called 99.999 degree of high IQ and high intelligence and high technological gifting in the life of the people of Biafra. If the people of the world are sharing what's called 20%, 10%, 5%, 50%, the people that are going to surprise the world, the people of Biafra, are going to operate in what's called 99.9999% degree, and they will move to 100%, because there will not be anything to limit in the realm of the spirit, because the hand of God and the finger of God is there. They will surprise the world with equipments, with inventions, with things that are going to unfold in the realm of the spirit. I'm looking at the spiritual world. Whatever you are asking me of the prophecy I am giving, mind you, I am looking at the spiritual world. If your eye cannot see the spiritual world, forget about church and listen and pay attention. Put the Bible down and put the date down, and don't come and ask a major prophet, what's the meaning of this and what is going on? If you ask me, I will take you to the realm of the spirit, and you go there and open your eyes and see what I see. But if you cannot go to the realm of the spirit to open your eyes to see what I see, take it as mystery upon your life. And mystery will remain mystery, because the people of Biafra are going to surprise the face of the earth. All of this while that the African countries are trying to go to the space, are trying to now discover how to go to the space. The people, I am telling you, are going to get to the space at a period of 3 years. 3 years of their operations. And within 3 years of their operations, they will hit the satellite, and they will hit this was called in the realm of the spirit, it was called the space. Because the space is a place that can be traveled into, even spiritually and physically. Because when you come to what's called spiritual, you will know that all science and everything going on in the face of the earth has to also do with what's called some level of spirituality. It is the spirituality that has to do with that. This afternoon I was in the counseling room this morning, and somebody came in. They said, "Major prophet of God, I brought a wine for you." He said, "This wine is the wine of your prophecy. When I came in here with my daughter, you told my daughter that the husband is going to come this year and marry her." He said, "I was there on Sunday when the sister gave a testimony, and that sister that was giving a testimony on Sunday, I was there the very day you gave them the prophecy, and I was busy telling people sitting by my side. I said, this is not arranged, because some people think, oh, it's arranged, they have arranged it." He said, "No, this is not arranged. I was there the day the major prophet give this lady a prophecy that the husband will surface within this year in 3 months." And the major prophet told the mother, said, "Go and buy a wrapper." And the mother was still sitting there. She said she was the one that encouraged the mother to really run to Yanoba to pick up a cloth. And the woman now ran to Yanoba and bought the clothes, just as the spirit led me. And they brought the clothes, and I do the prayer for the lady. Now the lady is married, completely married, both the traditional and everything done. So she said that the day she brought her daughter also, I gave also a prophecy to her daughter. And as she's talking to me now, the person that wants to marry her daughter has come and is ready to do every single damn thing, and has come for introduction, do everything, and the marriage is set to take place. He said he has come to give me a wine. You see, in the prophetic, that's what's called accurate prophecy. And when you come to accurate prophecy, you cannot contest it with the God of possibility. You can't contest accurate prophecy with a major prophet of God, because it's the gift of God upon my life. So the reason why the major prophet of God, I am giving this very message the way it is because of what's going to happen. People of Biafra are going to surprise the whole Africa, surprise America, surprise the Russians, and surprise the Japanese, and surprise the Asians, and surprise the Europeans, and surprise the whole world. This is a thing that will be. In a couple of 3 years, we'll feed the world. In a couple of 3 years, we take absolute charge and be the one that will liberate the earth. The liberation of the earth is going to come. And the liberation of the earth is going to come for what's called the black man, the black race are going to come to a point where they are going to now begin to return home. The returning home of all the black race all over the world. It shall come to pass in no distant time that people in America will now call their children and say, "Oh, we are from the Biafra land and we're going back to our fatherland." And all of them will get into the private jet, and they will jet into the land of Biafra to begin to come and resettle in their father's house. Because I'm seeing on top of the water habited, and I'm seeing on top of the mountain habited, and I'm seeing valleys habited, and I'm seeing different development that will cause people to habit the earth, and they habit every place as a place of habitants. So we need to continue to pray the prayer, because destiny are being truncated in this part of the world. And the truncation of destinies in this part of the world has triggered the anger of God, that God is not happy. Because the best brains and the people who are going to be the one that God is going to use scientifically and otherwise to deliver the world are being brain drained into other continents of the world. And the brain drain of Africa, the brain drain of the people of this part of the world, the brain drain is on, and is completely unacceptable, because people's brain that need to develop their fatherland has been drained and taken off the coast as a result of bad governance and different things that are happening in this part of the world. And so we continue to pray, we continue to seek the face of God, we continue to trust God that which God has prepared for black race on the face of the earth will surely come to pass at the fullness of time, because the hand of the Lord is lifted in the air. There's time to save his people, the time to liberate his people, the time for freedom of the people of God, the time to set the black race free. The time is now and not tomorrow. And this is why every time I come here, I try to encourage every one of you, give us the maximum support for us to continue to pray the prayer, because this mountain cannot be moved except by fasting and prayer. And the major prophet of God is committed to pray that this mountain be rolled away. And Jesus said to me, if I have faith as little as the mustard seed, I will say to this mountain, be removed and cast into the sea. And he said the mountain will be removed and be cast into the sea, because the hand of God is there. And when the hand of God is there, the mountain must be removed. And so every one of you, sons and daughters all over the world, don't fold your hands and keep watching. There is what's called a spiritual move. A time is near, and now is the time that God is going to speak to his people face to face, mouth to mouth, hand to hand, face to face, by using his servant, the major prophet of God, to reach out the destiny of the black race. Because when I did my spiritual research in the realm of the spirit, I come to discover that all the black race in America are all from this part of the world. I've come to discover that all the black race all over the world are from this part of the world. What is it that has made them to be taken away? Slavery, hunger, migrations, and all of that has taken them away. Colonialism and all the rest. But the hour has come that God is raising pillars, raising giants, raising spiritual pillars, and raising what's called a political giants, to use them and begin to emancipate, to use them and begin to recover, to use them and begin to seek those which are lost, the black race. And I am saying to you, my viewers, though you may be an American or you may be an European, but major prophet of God, I'm going to make sure that a land is available for you in my father's house. In my father's land, there's going to be a land for you. I don't care to know how much it may cost, but at the fullness of time, if it will be my only inheritance, I'm going to make sure that that land is apportioned to you, that you must have a land in what God is about to do for the black race all over the world. And so we must do everything possible to support this move, push with this move with this move, because looking at the oppressors are not ready to let go. Oppressors are not ready to leave you. Oppressors are not ready to change their mind. Oppressors will continue to do what they want to do and continue to do what they are good at. But we must not give up, because we must continue in prayer that the time shall come and the Lord will arise on his throne, and the hand of the Lord will be stretched out, and the time to liberate the people of God, set the people of God free, take them to their promised land, and cause them to fulfill their purpose, the time to emancipate, and also the time to liberate all the black race all over the world. The set time is here, and no going back, no turning around. God is going to finish what he has started. Believe it or not, go and put it down. God will do what he and he alone is capable of doing. It is the will of God that the people whom God has so much blessed, that they get back into their blessings. You can't be every day you are walking. You need time to rest. You need time to relax. You need time to exercise. You need time to settle peacefully. You need time to sit on your air condition and allow your heart to settle. That which pressures you, that which pushes you to keep running, that which makes you to think and worry about bills, about this, about that. God is committed to making sure that the permanent solution is given to the people, especially the black race, right here in this part of the world. And this is why I say that the people of Biafra is going to quickly and completely shock the world in general. So let the name of God be praised, and let all the men of God and the people of God continue on the pedestrian of prayer. They should continue on the pedestrian of prayer and pray the prayer they need to pray. Pray as if tomorrow will not come. And every one of you must give the major prophet of God the support.
Oh yes, that is a very powerful speech coming from this man of God. We pray so for everything to come through, and we pray for God to intervene, and we believe in that. Well, I would like you to watch the video for you to see things going on around the world concerning the issue, things happening in Israel concerning Biafra and Nigeria.
Shebi I tell una say Biafra go come before this year go finish. Many people no believe. Israel do debate about Biafra last week, and now they don't push a motion wey be say 24 people go dey sit down for the parliament to discuss about Biafra, how to make sure say Biafra come. Right now, so many people don't dey believe because of wetin dey go on. I tell una, the movement wey be say US don't do, and the discussion wey they don't discuss with Israel go bring out Biafra, and so many no believe, but right now it's coming to pass. So I go want make una pay attention watch this video from the starting to the ending. Listen to una self wetin Israel they talk right now, and wetin they talk about the 24 people wey go sit down to discuss about Biafra, and wetin again the other video emphasize more about wetin the Israel they talk about all nations wey be say they go liberate, and how they include Biafra on the map on how they go take liberate them, and Nnamdi Kanu is going to be free. So pay attention watch this video from the start to the end. They share this video to everyone on every social media platform so that they go see wetin they go on, so that they go start to believe in the movement, so that other people wey don't give up go know say truly Biafra is still alive. I tell you, I say we no go witness this 2027 election, and which is coming through right now. Nnamdi Kanu even talk say many people go sit day in their sleeping bed, Biafra go declare, which is many people go think say no be true, or think say they be Nigerians. They go hear say e don dey declare. Tinubu know wetin dey go on. All the whole people wey dey for government office know wetin dey go on between Biafra and, but they no go just leak am so that everybody no go know. They just dey do as if say they no know. So it go take everybody unaware. Go take everybody unaware. So I no go talk much. Tinubu now dey on a hot seat because they don't file am in case file for US because of a drug and criminal act. They don't file am that place. So in on the hot seat now, he get no option than to surrender, because even Donald Trump go pick president of Venezuela, and Tinubu will be say go fit handle. So I no go just talk much. I go want make una just watch, listen to wetin the Israelite talk, the Israel Prime Minister, and wetin they talk about how Biafra go deliberate. And don't forget to share to everyone on every social media platform. This division don't set. Anybody waiting. In fact, I no go talk much. Watch it and share.
Hi, good evening, everybody. This is me again, Rachel Mosul, speaking from the Israeli Parliament, the Knesset. You can see our flags, the symbol of Israel, the menorah. You can see it here. We had a very successful day today. We met many members of Parliament. We have 24 supporters of them already. And the biggest news is that next week we are going to have a special official meeting in front of all the 120 members of the Knesset, of the Parliament, all about Biafra. And I'm very happy about it. And who knows what next week will lead us to. So I'm very soon going home, happy, tired, but very satisfied. You can see, I want to show you how the Parliament is working with you can see the screen. On the screen you can see all the photos of our 120 Parliament members. And each photo that is darker than the other means that the Parliament member is here. This minute they are voting for they want to vote to recruit all the Orthodox, ultra-Orthodox to join the IDF. So they are coming and going and coming and going. That's why we are spending most of the day coming and going and running after them. But thank God we succeeded. Next week we are going to have a special discussion at the Parliament. Two The Parliament members are going to lead it for us, and I'm very happy about it. And all will be Biafra.
Abeg, hold on. This one is another interesting part. Come down, watch am to the end. You go know the reason why Israel dey fight for Biafra.
Yesterday, the Jewish people marked the end of Passover. Passover is the holiday in which we celebrate our first step to nationhood, the exodus from slavery in Egypt and the beginning of our ancestors' journey to the land of Israel. The Jewish people set out for the Promised Land 3,500 years ago. On Passover, Jewish people around the globe gathered together at the Seder, our special holiday meal, to tell the story of our liberation. We remind ourselves of the suffering we endured, the generations-long hardships we survived on the road to salvation. We remember this pain by eating what we call matzah, the bread of affliction, and maror, the bitter herbs. And we dip our food in salt water. Why? To commemorate our tears. Yet, this year, we did not need bitter herbs and salt water to remember the pain. Because this year, every Jewish family had an empty hole, a hole in their hearts. This year, every Jew focused on the atrocities of October 7th and the suffering of the Israeli hostages held in Hamas terror tunnels. We couldn't really celebrate our ancestors' liberation while our brothers and sisters are still waiting to be freed from the Hamas monsters. Yet, as my people marked this Passover with grief, the UN is again seeking to reward the perpetrators of the horrors. The UN couldn't care less about Israel. To hell with our safety, to hell with our future, and to hell with our hostages. The General Assembly is fueled by nothing other than political interests. Not by the UN Charter, not by morality. And nothing exemplifies the UN's rotten values more than the advancement of a Palestinian statehood. No, nothing can reward and incentivize the terrorists that committed the October 7th massacre more than this discussion here today. To this day, you have not even condemned Hamas, not even once. To this day, not a single UN initiative has been taken for the sake of the hostages, the Israeli hostages. Yet instead, this body has focused only on recognizing a Palestinian terror state, unilaterally, an entity fueled by Jewish genocide, by terror, by Nazi-like incitement. You know, by advancing a Palestinian state, you are telling the child-murdering Hamas rapists that terror pays off. You have done nothing for the victims, but have mobilized for the murderers. It makes me want to vomit. Yes, vomit. You know that the Palestinian Authority doesn't meet the criteria for statehood. No Palestinian leader, not a single one of them, has even condemned Hamas or their massacre. You prefer another rogue state, and to hell with the Jewish state. The Palestinian Authority is paying salaries, think of it, paying salaries to the very terrorists that invaded Israel and murdered 1,200 innocent Israelis. This is who you want to grant statehood to? Granting full UN membership to the Palestinians will only have two destructive results. Number one, it will further incentivize terror, as I explained. And number two, it is a clear message to the Palestinians that they never ever have to sit at the negotiating table, let alone to make any compromises. Everyone who understands something about negotiations can understand what I just said. The Palestinians have rejected in the past every peace plan ever made, and they continue to support terror and boycott any negotiations. And now they know that their rejectionism pays off. Look at this discussion. These UN sessions will be remembered in the future as one of the primary obstacles to resolving the conflict. Remember my words. The UN today is the main impediment to peace. You, most of you, you that supports a forced unilateral establishment of a terror state, a Palestinian terror state, is an obstacle to peace. You are the dream come true for every Palestinian terrorist that seeks to destroy Israel through diplomatic terror. Because without your support, the Palestinians would have had to internalize that negotiations and mutual compromises are the only way forward. That's how you make peace. You should be ashamed of yourselves, those who support a unilateral, forced Palestinian terror state. Colleagues, during the Holocaust, there were the Nazis, there were collaborators, and there were those who turned a blind eye to genocide. All of them, all were guilty. And today there are modern-day Hitlers, such as Yahya Sinwar and Ayatollah Khamenei. There are Nazi terrorists like Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Revolutionary Guard in Iran. And there are collaborators and those who turn a blind eye, just like the UN and its agencies today, such as UNRWA, OCHA, UN Women, just like, sadly, so many here in the General Assembly. This body reeks of anti-Semitism. It's everywhere. The UN cares nothing for Israeli blood. Nothing. Zero. It is a collaborator with the Nazis of our day, working to ensure Hamas's survival and even reward them for murder and rape. I have no words. The Palestinians have rejected, I'll say it again, every peace plan. They rejected every peace plan because to them, the existence of a Jewish state is unacceptable. This is not about land. And if you need more proof, well, take a drive to Columbia University or to New York University. Listen to the murderous cries of the pro-Palestinians mobs. Look at their violence. Hear their calls for the genocide of Jews and Israelis. From the river to the sea, these mobs across the United States and Europe, they expose the truth. They have removed the mask of the Palestinian authorities' lies. The anti-Semites failed to annihilate us during the Holocaust. They failed in 1948, in 1967, and in 1973. But today, they are attempting again. This time not only through terror and war, like we've seen on October 7th, but also through UN weaponization and the exploitation of UN bodies. That's how they want to achieve their goal. And here is what they scream, and I quote, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free." So for those of you that automatically vote against Israel with no understanding, I'll explain. They want a Palestine that stretches from the Jordan River, Israel's eastern border, to the Mediterranean Sea, Israel's western border. A free Palestine means that Israel doesn't exist. That's what they mean. And they have another chant. We don't want no two-state, we just want 48. I'll remind you what they mean. They want to return to the situation before Israel's war of independence in 1948, after they rejected the partition plan that was accepted here in 1947. They want to erase Israel. The chants of the pro-Palestinian rioters on campuses are calls for Israel's destruction. We always knew that Hamas hides in schools. We just didn't realize that it's not only schools in Gaza, it's also Harvard, Columbia, and many elite universities. This is what we hear at academic institutions across the world, and they directly represent the Palestinians' goal. The only solution for them is a single Palestinian state that is Judenrein, Jew-free, from the river to the sea, achieved through repeated October 7th against Israel and also against Jews. And you here are collaborating with them and encouraging their racism and anti-Semitism. Just as Germany was the world capital of science and culture, yet it was there that Nazism was born and spread, history is now repeating itself. Elite universities, supposed bastions of liberalism and academia, have now become the breeding grounds for the most heinous racism and bigotry. Those that carry on the Nazis' race theory today are restoring to violence, shattering windows, attacking Jewish students, and calling for their removal from campus. The images that have come out of Columbia University are reminiscent of Kristallnacht. Just yesterday, over 100 violent pro-Palestine Nazi agitators were arrested at Columbia University. Swift and severe action must be taken against faculty that back this mayhem. University presidents and professors today must be held accountable for permitting this. Students who call for the murder of their peers or use physical violence must be arrested and expelled. But this brainwashing did not happen overnight. It was the result of years of incitement and delegitimization, here at the UN. And do you know who it is that set the stage for this blatant anti-Semitism? The UN, the General Assembly. The anti-Israel vitriol spread here by this organization is what sparked what we are seeing today on college campuses. By falsely condemning Israel and marking the Jewish state as the foundation of all evil, you are emboldening anti-Semites and terrorists alike. It is because of you that these mobs think that attacking Jews is acceptable, that calling for the deaths of Israelis is tolerable. Universities are permitting this Nazi-like behavior because for decades, the UN's anti-Israel stance has been justified by this very body, the General Assembly. Look at the damage you have caused. Look at the generations you have indoctrinated. This is the final moment for the UN, I'm telling you, to show that it remembers the reason it was established in the wake of the Holocaust, to prevent atrocities against Jews. Wake up! I call on the Secretary General and on leaders around the globe to stop hiding behind empty words. There is no freedom to incite murder and violence, and there is no liberty to attack Jewish students. Whoever does not stand against the abhorrent anti-Semitism is a collaborator. But just as it says in the Bible regarding the Egyptians' treatment of the Israelites, וכאשר יענו אותו כן ירבה וכן יפרוץ. But the more they were oppressed, the Israelites, the more they increased and spread. Remember these words from the Bible. The UN chooses to continue singling out the Jewish people, but we will only grow more resilient and thrive. Colleagues, today marks the ninth General Assembly meeting held on Gaza since Hamas's massacre. Ninth. Not one of the meetings focused on condemning Hamas or releasing the hostages. Not even one. I'm disgusted by this institution. But if a lion landed on earth, it would be certain that outside of Gaza, the rest of the world is a utopia. A war is currently raging in Sudan, where tens of thousands have been killed and millions are on the brink of starvation. How many General Assembly sessions have been held on Sudan? Do you know? 0. What about the war in Myanmar? 50,000 have been killed and the war rages into its 4th year. How many times has the General Assembly met and how many resolutions been passed? How about Yemen, where the Houthis dragged the country to disaster? Hundreds of thousands are dead and tens of millions are literally starving. All while the Houthis also fire drones and missiles at merchant vessels in the Red Sea. Where is the Assembly's voice about the Houthis and Yemen? Is this not worth an emergency session? Let's continue to Pakistan. Pakistan is in the process of forcefully displacing 1.3 million Afghans back under the Taliban's radical control. Have you convened to condemn this? Oh, and what about Iran? The Ayatollah regime executes thousands of women, protesters, and members of the LGBTQ community, while Iran is hurtling towards nuclear weapons. And mere weeks ago, the regime launched 350 drones and missiles at Israel. Is this not enough for the General Assembly to discuss this murderous regime? But you are not interested in criticizing rogue states. You are interested only in smearing the Jewish state. Do you not see how much of a joke the UN has become? A sick joke that cares nothing for the lives of civilians around the world, that cares nothing for wars being fought, that cares nothing for death, destruction, and suffering. The only thing that the UN cares about is bashing the Jewish state. You don't really care about the Palestinians.
Oh yes. In fact, a lot has been said. Concerning the issue going on around the world, mostly what is happening between the Israel and Iran. But the issue of UN, they are a group, a union that don't used to care about the people, about the masses, about the country. What they used to care about is only about their selfish interest, their own interest, and what they are going to gain from any country they are visiting. So going down to the issue concerning Biafra in Israel. So everybody have seen it that they are going to bring out 26 men that will talk concerning the issue of Biafra in their parliament. So in fact, it is a very, very high move and it's something that Biafra need to be celebrating of. And is a show to tell you that God is watching and God is in control. That everything that is going on in this time is the issue between God and man. That is why you see this issue of Nigeria every day by day. Things keep happening. But once they will tell you that Nigeria must remain as one, no matter whatever the people is suffering. The buying of Christians every day, the agitation everywhere, the suffering everywhere in the land. No food, no money, no school, no health. In fact, everything has already collapsed. But for the government to look into what is going on in the country, they will tell you that Nigeria is unnegotiable. But this time around, I think it must be negotiated and referendum must take its place this time. Well, I would like to hear your comment down below. What do you think about your thing going on in Nigeria? Like, subscribe, and make sure you share it for everyone to see the good thing that is going on in Biafra land. We say thank you for watching.